He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is a quick little gossip chat, little sip some tea with Jay Lee that I'm doing or whatever. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Please do that and become a whole Jay Bird. Hello to my Jay Birds. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this video, and hit that notification bell because it'll let you know when I have new videos up. Okay, so get your little snaggums in, listen to this tea, or listen to this little gossip, or these conversations that I'm going to discuss. Other than that, let's get started. So the first story we have up is Matt Barnes and Gloria Barnes has settled the situation with their children, with Matt Barnes being granted sole physical and legal custody of the couple's, well, the ex-couple's 10-year-old twin sons named Carter and Isaiah. Now, they have been going back and forth in court because he was going for full custody. She wanted full custody, and it was a whole back and forth thing. We find out that, he got full legal and physical custody. He also got an 18-month restraining order against her. It does not include the kids. You can still see her kids, but the restraining order stems from the incidents back in September where she went to school, tried to take the kids, would not let the kids go with him. She chased them down. The police pulled her over. She was arrested for it. It was so crazy. And even though the prosecutors did not press charges against her for that situation, that still helped Matt get custody because she was acting erratically. It was crazy. So within the custody agreement, she gets to see the kids every other weekend, and then she sees them. So from Wednesday to Monday, and then she gets to eat dinner with them one day a week on every Wednesday. I'm like, that is just so crazy. They also brought up how the holidays will be split, but they had to pick those days. And then she was also ordered to complete a 26 session of anger management and go to 10 parenting classes. I don't think she thought things through too smartly, because when she went up to that school acting a plum D fool, this is what got her ass messed up in the first place. So we have to remember, we can't be acting an ass just trying to get back at a baby daddy or ex-husband, because it has consequences her actions literally had her lose custody of her children. So even though the police did not press charges on her for the whole chasing them down situation and, all the craziness that happened at the kids' school, she still had custody of her kids. For you to, and I feel like the judge had to have a valid reason to take custody away from the mom and give it to Matt. And I don't think it was, he's a piece of shit. What father would take, the kids away from the mom? If mom ain't stable, dad should step in. And I'm at least she has visitations. The difference is, and not only that, they boys. Sometimes I do feel like a boy needs his father, and especially when a mama is not all the way there. So I'm happy that she still gets visitations, and hopefully she takes her anger management classes, and she takes her parenting classes, and she kind of, get back on track, and she just get back to being a full-time mama. Now, we know that she's still dating Derek Fisher, so I wonder what his ass got to say about this. Oh, baby, they'll have their own babies. I don't know. What I do know is, Gloria, get your shit together, girl, so that your kids can have a stable, loving, mom. And then maybe maybe after the 18-month restraining order, her and Matt can kind of get back cordial, and they can be co-parents, because no one wants the kids to not have both their parents. I'm like, Lord, this just seems too much. So that's all I have to say about that. And next up, Nikki and Phor from Black Ink Crew. Nikki and Phor from Black Ink Crew. Lord. Now, we know on the last season of Black Ink Crew Chicago, the tattoo artist and the rapper Phor and his girlfriend Nikki had kind of broken up a little bit after she got a screenshot recording on Tinder on Snapchat of Phor showing his ass and his dick to somebody, whatever, supposedly to some girl, and they have not been on, on good terms since. The season has since ended, but they are shooting a new season, and Nikki was on her IG live, honey, spilling some kind of tea. So she brought up how her and Phor have been officially broken up for 2 months, and I'm looking like, oh, really? Okay, she brings up how, like, I'm not gonna speak bad on his name or whatever. Me and him are cordial when we do talk or whatever. We don't talk too much. When we do, it's always a cordial conversation. But she's like, I'm single, and I'm gonna be single for a while, not forever, but for a while. She brings up also how she wants to move out of Chicago, how she's looking at moving into to either LA or Atlanta, which is where most people try to move to, but whatever. She brings up how, I was chasing my dreams before I got with him. I was chasing them while I was with him. I'm going to continue to chase them when I'm not with him. And she brings up also how she quit the show. And I was like, now that was shocking. And she says the reason she quit the show was because she said when the situation happened with, the video, whatever, she said, I knew already what production was going to do. She's like, production was going to find a girl and they're going to have her come on the show. And she's like, I wasn't about to be on the show with them, arguing, fussing, and fighting with some girl. I don't need to have no woman to woman conversation with some girl. So I just quit because I wasn't for the bullshit. And the crazy part was, I 100% believe her. Every time any of these dudes do anything, they bring the girl on the show. And the girl and the girlfriend, they did it with Kat and Ryan and Rachel. They did it with Phor, Nikki, and Kat. They did it with Don and all the girls he cheated with. They always bring the girl who they was messing with on the show. The girl always be found, and she always come on the show. So Nikki, like, before they could do that, I just said I quit. I ain't for the bullshit. So I was like, well, that's something new too. So Nikki would not be, apparently, would not be on the next season of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Now, they still shooting early. The whole season ain't shot yet. So that does not mean that she won't be on the season later on. It just means right now she's not on there. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. And it seems as if Nikki is not the kind of person who's like trying to stay famous and just be on the show to keep doing whatever. I like how she said, like, I was grinding before him and I'm going to still be doing the same thing. I'm going to try to build my business or whatever. And even if I move to a different state that's saturated with hair, I'll open up a boutique, like a hair boutique. Because Nikki does gray hair. She does gray hair, and the hair that she has always looks good. So, it makes sense. I'm surprised she ain't got no deals and likes no clothing lines because she has a great body. She also brings up how she's cool with other cast members from the show because she, built real friendships. So it's like, I still talk to them too. So, it wasn't like shocking, but people have been talking about that little Phor video forever, baby, since it came out, because the video showed him in the picture he took, or the video he took, he did it from his ass up, you know what I'm saying? And people keep saying they're insinuating that Phor was sending his boy pussy to people. Meaning he was sending that video to a dude, not a girl. Now, do I think Phor is gay? No. I don't think Phor is gay, but I think that video would make anybody think he was doing some weird shit. It's just because I don't know anybody who sends. I don't know anyone who sends a picture of their penis like that. I've never seen that, and I've had plenty of people send me penis pictures. I've seen it all or whatever. So I mean, the video was what makes it suspect, but I don't believe he gay. But I mean, I don't know that man, so who knows? And if he is gay, if he's bisexual, who cares? We know him and Nikki was having threesomes. How do we know who was with? We don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're going to touch on it this season because it's been in the blog so much they can't ignore it. He going to deny it, so it is what it is, and it may be his truth, but I don't know. I just think if he do a video again, just take it from the front. Like, don't take, and when you take pictures of your dick from the back, it's gay. It looks gay. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so if y'all looking to date Nikki, if you're looking to date Phor, they're both single and ready to mingle. And the crazy part is, I've been following, because I follow Phor, Don, and Ryan on IG, and they're, of course, shooting shows. Like, they're in Vegas right now. Van is around. It's really cool to think the old gang is back together. So I am anxious to see the next season, but we have to wait. But that's all for this story. And next, we have an update in the case of Angela Simmons' ex-fiance and the father of her child, who was murdered earlier this week. There is an update in the case. The alleged killer of Sutton Tennyson has turned himself in. Again, this is the alleged killer. We don't have any kind of confirmation. So the man who they're calling 44-year-old Michael Williams. He surrendered himself to the Atlanta Police Department recently on Wednesday. So you'll be seeing this on Friday. So Wednesday, again, Michael Williams was 44 years old. He is a black male. He turned himself into the Atlanta Police because he is being accused of and it's alleged that he is the shooter who killed us. Sutton earlier this week. He has a lawyer who will deny that he did anything wrong, but he did not do this. However, he was arrested for it or whatever. And he was being charged with murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. So again, he turned himself in. I'm guessing that they're saying whoever he was arguing with was this man. So we don't know if the lawyer saying well he's innocent means he wasn't the one arguing or if he wasn't the shooter. We're not sure because again we have not heard who the witnesses are to the situation. However, it's still a great thing to know they at least have someone who came forward allegedly being the killer, even though his lawyer said he did not do it. And that could mean that it wasn't murder. Could mean it was self-defense. We don't know what it really means yet because it's still too early to tell. But it's always a good thing when someone is killed that you kind of can get to the bottom of things. So I will, kind of follow the story or whatever because it's just crazy. Again, we still give our condolences to, his family and also Angela's family because, her son lost a father and her son's only 2 years old. So we have to still kind of see where this story goes. But again, 44-year-old Michael Williamson has surrendered himself. So let's hope that this kind of goes the right way and the correct person who's actually guilty is the person that goes to court and goes to jail. So that's all. Okay, and in wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news, we have a couple of great stories. Gabrielle Union Wade and Dwayne Wade has a whole new baby, okay? A whole new baby. The couple shocked everybody, honestly, on IG earlier today when they posted a photo announcing the birth of their brand new baby girl via a surrogate who was born on the 11th of November 7th. To them, a brand new baby girl. We know that Gabby and Dwayne have been married for, I believe, 4 years. He has 3 sons from a prior relationship, with 2 from a marriage and 1 from a situationship or relationship, something. Okay, that extra little break, baby. But he and his wife have welcomed the girl. Now, Gabby was very vocal about her hardships trying to get pregnant. She announced that she had about 8 miscarriages trying IVF and just trying to get pregnant and nothing was working, and they just out the blue posted a picture of themselves in the hospital with their brand new daughter and how happy they were. The photo showed the couple doing skin to skin contact, and just saying how happy they were to have her. Now, no one had any indication that they were looking for a surrogate, trying to be a surrogate or nothing like that. They just did it and kept it a secret. And as some people have said, if you are a star and you want to keep something private, you can absolutely do it. Like, people realize, there was not Nan's story that came up saying Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade has a surrogate. There's ways to protect information if you just go about it the right way. So congratulations to them. Gabby has wanted a child for the longest. I think I'm so happy that it was a girl because they had 3 boys. Okay, it's already 3 boys. Plus, he's also taking care of his nephew too. So they have 4 boys in the house. And so now it's a girl. And I think, you just, even though I don't know either of them, in real life, but just to know how hard it was for her to conceive, and now she actually have a whole daughter to love and to love and to love. So that's a really, really great thing. Also, Keke Wyatt from R&B Divas, also the singer who can sing her ass off, got remarried again. I think this is her 4th marriage, if I'm 3rd or 4th marriage. She had divorced her ex-husband Michael Michael Ford. They got divorced in 2017 when she was 8 months pregnant with his child, and it was a whole messy thing. She also had her 14-year-old who was battling cancer. It was really bad, and she was all over social media crying and just it was so emotional. Okay, but she has gotten remarried to Zachariah Daring, and they got married in October in Indianapolis, and she's supposedly very happy. Also, a great thing too is her child who was cancer stricken or was battling cancer is currently cancer free, which is also amazing. So she has gotten a whole upper situation to where she don't have to be sad no more. She ain't got to be crying around the house no more. It's just a great situation. So again, congratulations to her too for her marriage. Congrats to Gabrielle Union for her and Dwayne Wade's baby. It's just good news. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to discuss some sad news. Tamara Housley and her husband, Adam Housley. Y'all know Tamara Housley is Tia and Tamara. You know, Tia, Tamara, Ari, so Tamara is one of the sisters. So Tamara, she's married. Her husband's niece was one of the people killed in that California bar shooting that happened. The niece's name was Alana Housley, and she was, I think, 18 years old, and she was one of the people killed in that shooting. They did the gunman who killed them. He was a 28-year-old former Marine, Ian David Long, who went in that bar and killed 12 people again with Tamara's niece. And it was so sad because initially they posted how they were looking for her and how she was missing because her roommate was like, we can't find her. And then, there was footage of Adam. Well, not footage, but we knew that Adam had went down looking for her, and they were posting on social media, like looking for her to find out where she was because they knew that she had went to the party, but they did not know where she was. And, once Adam kind of said how her iPhone or her smartwatch or whatever location kept, the location was inside the club. And so he kept saying how because they couldn't contact her, he's like, his worst fear is that it's because she's in the club and she's dead and that's why she can't, call back. And then about 7 or 8 hours later, it was confirmed that their niece was one of the 12 that were murdered. I don't like covering things like this because it's just so hard to consistently speak about death or whatever. But all these mass shootings are just, I think they said we have had 307 mass shootings in 301 days we've had this year. It's just crazy. So our condolences to Tamara, to Adam, to their families, the extended families, to all of the families of the other 11 people who were killed in this amazing, horrible, just tragedy. And I say amazing because it's amazingly shocking that, people are really like being murdered just going to a club. And it does not make any sense. So just pray for all those families. I don't have the list of names because I haven't looked it up yet, honestly. But I know there were 11 other people. I don't know if the gunman was one of the 12. If he was, we're going to say 10. Okay, we only want to speak about the victims of this. And I know I read earlier how they said that he supposedly, he lived with his mother. There was no indication or reason for the terrorist attack. And, authorities do suspect possible PTSD because, again, he was a former Marine. And they say back in 2005, he was a victim of a battery inside of a local bar, but he was cleared by his mental specialist of, after 4 years of being in the Marines. I don't like when a person of a certain, race does a mass shooting and they bring up some kind of reasons as to why they did it. There is no reason to get a gun and go shoot a club full of people. It just doesn't make any damn sense. Anyway, that's what I wanted to, get that out to. So again, condolences to all the families who lost someone, and to Tamara, her husband. So that's my gossip chat for today. I will be live on my YouTube tomorrow. We can discuss whatever else y'all bring up. I forgot to put y'all questions out so y'all can ask whatever y'all gonna ask on there. Anyway, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.